'em pop. Big gun Brian Petrie giving out the lot. One is mortal, you know it won't miss. Gonna take a shot. Dog lock, that's the underdog. Yeah, they in the hunt. Send them home, that's KO or submission. Yeah, somebody done. Slime ball, yeah, that's the parlay. We gon' make it known. Pick 'em pod from MMA takes. Yeah, let's get it going.
Hey. The boys are here. The boys are back in town. Sorry, my throat is a little hoarse. You get kids, you get sick. I feel great though, just in the throat. First things first, got the boys back. Christian was absent last time we did this. Life's busy. Got Timbo here. He's the current champ. All of us on the screen right now have some connection to North Carolina. I know Timbo has vacation there. I love the state of North Carolina. Christian has vacation, has family there. What is going on in Western North Carolina is an absolute travesty. Don't know if you guys are keeping up on it. FEMA's like, we don't have money for the fucking hurricane relief, which is a complete fucking joke. But everyone out in North Carolina, my thoughts and prayers are with you. My grandma's okay. She lives on the coast, which usually gets hit, but it was the western part of the state that got absolutely mauled. And I keep seeing things, Kenny and I talking. Kenny Florian lives in Charlotte, which is kind of in the middle eastern part, and he's okay. But some of those guys in Asheville, North Carolina, some of those families, it's absolutely brutal. And I'm not a political person, but I feel like our fucking government failed if they're just like, nah, we ain't got no fucking money. What do you mean? That's what it's for. So sorry to start off like so hot with a hot political issue, but North Carolina has a special place in my heart. But boys, we're back. We're back. Christian's got next on his hat. You know what does that mean, dude? Next victim, next championship, next what's up, man?
Next home run.
Next home run tonight, softball.
That is a softball hat.
I love it. I love it. Welcome back, Christian. I'm glad you're here. Timbo, you were here last time. You killed it. We got a nice, not a ton of fights, some solid fights on this fight card. People are poo-pooing it a little bit because they think the main event, maybe Khalil Roundtree doesn't deserve it. I think it's going to be an electric main event. You got two guys that are going to bang it out, no wrestling, and you got some of the best in the world at doing that. And then the co-main event, I think, has got a little heat. These women do not like each other, and I think Timbo, if I remember correctly, Timbo's a very happily engaged man, but he's got a little thing for Juliana Pena. Am I wrong about that, Timbo?
You're wrong about that, brother. I only got a thing for one woman.
Okay,
one woman.
Ashley Jackson.
You got it.
Is she going to take your last name, Ashley Mitchell?
We're talking about it. But
okay,
I believe so.
Okay, good.
Professionally, it kind of fucks things up for her, but
sure, right.
We'll get by.
Well, I probably shouldn't say this online, but my wife's stepsister, has nothing going on in her life, and she doesn't, whatever. And she was like, I can't believe you're taking Brian's last name. Me as a professional woman, I could never do that. Bitch, you work at H&M. What are you talking about? I think she worked at Forever 21. What are you talking about? They're just going to change your name tag. Who cares? All right. We got the chat going right here. Trindaddy here. Welcome back, CC. Man, so sad I love Asheville. I've never been to Asheville. I heard it's amazing. Did anyone win money last week? I actually won money last week.
I did not.
I would have won way more if BSD would have won, but I'm up, and I've been ice cold, so I needed that. I rebounded well. Timbo, did you do okay? Did you gamble at all last week, or did you have a shot at it?
I had like a 10-legger that was good up until BSD got embarrassed himself. But I got some hedge funds on Moicano, but I wasn't surprised by that by any means. I think Moicano is awesome. I think BSD's overrated and overhyped, but we saw how it played out. Hindsight's always 20/20, so it is what it is.
I think he's overrated and overhyped now. I mean, Moicano is a legit dude for sure, and I love his personality. I love his, he's an exciting fighter. He goes out there and finishes people. Dude had a fucking blown shoulder and still was able to do that.
I was nuts.
BSD in the ground and pound was absolutely brutal. I don't care how tough you are, bro. If he elbows you 67 times in the face, cover up, or you're gonna not be able to see. You know what I mean? Have some defense, have some awareness. All right, but we're on to Utah, Salt Lake City in elevation. A lot of these fights are going to be. We're going to talk about the elevation factor, I think, because is it higher than Denver, Christian, or not?
Lower than Denver.
Lower in Denver. Okay, so Denver is higher. And Christian lives in elevation in Denver, Colorado. I don't want to dox him, but, he says he can.
I don't even live in Denver, so you're not
well, yes, that's what's weird about every city is people are like, if you went to like somewhere, you'd be like, oh, I'm from Denver. But really, you live in whatever, right? I live in Cincinnati, babe. When you address me, it's Cincinnati. You know what I mean? But other like that, my in-laws live in Atlanta. But really, if you address them, it's Noonan or whatever it's called. But exciting fight. Enough geograph talk. Let's go first fight of the night. Tim Dirty Bird Means minus 205 versus Court McGee plus 170. I'm going to start this off.
We're out with it quick.
Like this guy. I like this guy right here. Wait, nope. Sorry. Wrong thing. Wrong thing.
All right.
Hang on. I'm sliming up. Here's what I'm going to do, right? The slime hasn't won in a few weeks. I got to take this Band-Aid off of my cut because I can't. It's not registering when I hit the button and everything, so we're taking it off. Haven't won in a few weeks. Christian has always preached to me for years. I've known him. Put a parlay that you really like in the slime ball parlay. So the first leg of the slime ball parlay is Tim Means versus Court McGee over 2.5. Over 2.5. I like that spot here. It is currently minus 215. That is in the slime ball parlay. Now, with that being said, there's been a lot of messages coming out. I don't know if you guys watched the Anakin Florian podcast this week. The whole Big Norm thing originated from the Dogger Pass guys, which I love. I've reached out to them. I said I inadvertently, if I did steal it from you, I saw it on Twitter, which came from you. Yeah, those are great guys. Cody Safdie, who's a stud, really good at breaking down fights. Listen to their podcast today, and he rarely goes out on a limb on big calls like this. He loves Court McGee by submission.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So that threw me out because Tim Means sometimes when he gets tired, he'll give up a neck. And Court McGee lives in fucking Utah. You know the guy ain't getting tired. This is his hometown crowd here. He hasn't looked great lately. So I'm going Court McGee. I'll go Court McGee submission, but hopefully it happens in the third round, later in the third round where I can cash my over 2.5. Christian, I'll let you go, and I'll chase that submission line from old Courty McGee. I'll tell you right now, Court McGee by submission, 800. 8-1. I like
beautiful.
It. Okay.
Yeah, this is the first of many fights with some old ass fighters. I would probably bring down the age average on this card. That's how old some of these people are.
Check you out, dude.
The thing about Court McGee is, you or Cody talking about that maybe like 10 years ago or something like that. He's looked horrible lately. Even that last fight, Morono looked horrible, still beat him. I mean, he should. He's
I thought Court won that fight. I don't know how Morono. I got to rewatch that fight. I only saw clips of it. Court outstruck him and landed a takedown. Somehow fucking lost the fight.
Don't rewatch that fight. There's so many better things you could do with your life for those 15 minutes.
I'm gonna rewatch it just because I'm defiant. I'm fucking defiant.
So yeah, he just hasn't looked great lately. He's always walking backwards, letting his opponent kind of decide how the fight's going to go, what pace it's going to go at. And I think with somebody like Tim Means, who, even though he is like a year older or 10 months older, looks a little bit fresher, much more violent than Court is these days. I just think that because Court just lets the game come to him, Means is just going to push forward and piece him up the whole time. If Court gets into the ground, which I doubt he will, because it's hard to take somebody down when you're backing up, then I think he stands a chance. But I just think he's going to be kind of running away and just countering when he can. But yeah, give me Means. I like him a lot too. So
a lot. Do you like the over 2.5 a lot? Or do you like Means is going to get the business done, bud?
I mean, hasn't Court been knocked out in the first round, the 2 out of his first 3 fights?
Yeah, Matt Brown got him, and Jeremiah Wells got him.
Tim Means doesn't hit like those guys do, though. So
he hits, he's got that knee up the middle and the elbow over the top. Nasty.
Yeah. Court, I think, will be kind of far away. I don't think he'll be close enough to get hit by an elbow like that. I wouldn't bet. I don't love it, but I mean,
okay.
You've probably been hot. I got reverse swept last week, and then I bet on the Alabama game after the fights, and then I lost money on that. So.
Chat, since Christian does not like it, that should be a moral lock. Over 2.5. It's in the bank. It's in the bank already. Money spent. Timbo,
we'll have Timbo see it. Let's see what Timbo thinks.
Man, it's and I was prepping for this, and shout out to the Dogger Pass guys, but I didn't listen to them, and I was thanking Court McGee by submission for many of the reasons you had said. He's got a ton of submission. I mean, he's got a ton of takedowns in his last few fights. And as you mentioned, Tim Means is a dog. As CC mentioned, he's much more violent. There's certainly KO potential for Means in this fight too. But if Court can get him, if Court can survive first round and a half, get him to the ground. I think like an arm triangle or guillotine, could possibly be there. So I like the plus money on Court McGee as well. So I'm going with Court McGee here, and I'll definitely ride that 8-1 sub prop.
Yeah, the 8-1. It. Hold on, we got a really good commenter in the chat here. Christian Costello says, "Man, I love Christian's breakdowns. What a sharp! I don't like the 2.5 either." Man, thank you, Christian, for being here. I appreciate that. Yeah, listen, Court, the last 2 times he's won, he's taken opponents down. He's at least attempted 1 submission. Again, if that happens later in the fight, Tim Means might be like, "Dude, I'm fucking tired. I want a beer. He looks like he smokes cigarettes. I want a cig. Let me get out of here. Take my neck, hometown boy. Let's get a pop from the crowd. I'm riding out of here. I'm the first fight of the night. Get me on a plane back to New Mexico. I'm out of here." But yeah, the over I think is gonna hit, and I like Court McGee at the plus money for sure. All right, next up we got Oven St. Preux OSP plus 210 versus Ryan Spann minus 258. They rebooked this fight. I got these lines yesterday as well, so Trent will give us a KZM and say, "Hey, yo, what's up, bros? Tips on dealing with constipation." Honestly, never been constipated a day in my life, and that's the God honest truth.
Yeah,
I have a problem. I have a problem keeping it in. But OSP versus Ryan Spann, they rebooked this, and apparently, from what I was understanding when I was reading online today, is everyone was all over the original booking Ryan Spann by TKO, by submission, and the book steamed it. So that's kind of out the window. And Timbo, 2 older guys. I mean, OSP, he's a man. He's in his 40s. This is the updated line, plus 200 currently. And then we got Ryan Spann, who isn't necessarily an older guy. 205 is wide open, but it's a guy that it doesn't look consistent in the octagon. Slows down, has big power, but makes really bad decisions. What do you like of these guys at 205, Bub?
I'm really surprised they haven't fought before. Obviously, I know this has been rebooked, but both these guys have been in the UFC for
very weird.
I know OSP's been in for 15 years now, maybe.
35 years, I think he's been in.
Yeah. He fought John Jones when John Jones wasn't even in his prime yet. But yeah, I mean, this is a shoulda, coulda, woulda shit, but Spann should win this, being the younger fighter. OSP has shocked me in some of his recent performances. I know he's skated by with a few decisions. Spann by submission plus 550. I really like that. I think he's got really underrated guillotine. It might be he might get enough credit for it now, but for a while there, I know when he submitted Kudalaba, and I hit that for like 13-1. Yeah, never forget that. But I think Spann takes care of business. He should. Yeah, I'm not going to second guess myself here. Give me Spann and not by decision.
Smart man. And Christian, what do you like? Spann, maybe by submission plus 550. That's a nice little number. KO, TKO, which is getting steamed at minus 115. What do you like here, bub?
Not much about this fight. This fight stinks. I guess the only time I do like is when Oven St. Preux fights. I get to think about the skateboard and look back at Vine for that.
Fucking best. I should have had that loaded up, dude. That is the best.
The one joy about an OSP fight is watching that every time.
So good.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously looks a little bit slower. Maybe not like he's the 41 years that he is, but that level of athlete. I'm sure the broadcast will tell you he played football at Tennessee. But yeah, he does look stuck in mud sometimes. He would kind of have these spurts and then stop. Stop. If he gets that slow against Ryan Spann, I think he'll get knocked out. Spann, just some of the worst fight IQ in the game, worst decision making. I don't know if he's like smart in real life, but he's stupid inside the cage. So I could easily see him getting Von Flute or Von Prude, whatever you want to call it, just making a dumb mistake. Getting his arm in the wrong position, and then it's, before he knows it, he's out. But I figure he's good for like at least 3 minutes of the fight. Unfortunately, that's the first minute of the first round, the first minute of the second round, and the first minute of the third round. But I'll take the more dangerous fighter, the guy that has 3 minutes to knock the other guy out. So yeah, I hate it. I think Tatum said, I can't believe I'm about to bet Ryan Spann at minus 200, but this is what they're giving us.
Yep, Tatum Temple did say that. Never thought I'd play Spann anywhere near minus 200, but here we are. Here you are.
Yeah. What about you,
Ryan? OSP getting it done, boys. Listen, Ryan Spann has no cardio. They're in Utah. This fight wasn't supposed to be in Utah. Now it is. OSP throws 5 punches around. He's not going to gas out. He's old as dirt. But guess what? Ryan Spann is going to do something so stupid in the second or third round that OSP has no choice to take something. Oh, what? He's flopping? What? Okay, cool. I got some chokes too. I got some nifty shit. I'm a big fucking dude too. I'm going to capitalize on Spann's mistakes. Spann could obviously bulldoze him, knock him out round 1. He could get a submission. He does have a very good guillotine and a good front choke. But OSP at plus 200 on a sloppy fight that I do not want to watch. I'm going to put a couple checks on OSP and just go, why not? Because I can't bet Spann. I won't bet Spann. Do you guys remember the Johnny fucking Walker fight? Johnny Walker gets knocked out by a gust of wind, and this dude was flopping all over the cage, and Ryan Spann had him, and he shoots for a fucking takedown, lets Johnny Walker recover, and then gets his fucking head caved in. He's with Safe Sayu down there in Dallas. At least he was. I think he still is. That guy needs to really rope this guy in here. But OSP fights at a really calm pace. He is kind of hard to hit if he doesn't want to engage. He doesn't have to. He's long. He does a weird thing with the body, the shell, and the cage. I can see Spann winning this fight 100%. But the number is gonna be OSP. Did someone just fart? By the way, I heard a fart.
Was it me?
Fart? Huh? I mean, you were telling me before we started that you were having some GI issues, right?
Me? Before we started?
That corn was getting to you?
No, I had corn in my teeth. I was plucking it out with these things. If you don't have these things, you're a little stick. It's got a sharp end. It's got a little brush end on the end of it. Man, I live by these things.
You don't like ones that have the hook, the floss hook on the one end?
They're okay. It gets kind of caught in my teeth sometimes, but no, those I get like fucking packs of those all the time. I have a really big phobia of like going out in public and just having corn or green lettuce or something in my teeth because no one's gonna say anything to you. People are too goddamn polite, so I gotta make sure I gotta nip that in the butt, especially now that we're on camera. All right, next up, Carla Esparza retirement fight. She's hanging up the gloves. 2-time champion, plus 145 versus Tisha Pennington, also formerly known as Tisha Torres, Tiny Tornado, minus 175. If you haven't seen the Anakin Florian podcast, I put a G bar on Tisha Pennington, and I'm staying by that. I like that. Carla Esparza, for a while there, was my underdog darling. I cashed a lot on her as an underdog. Both these females are kind of in the same spot here. They both had children. The only difference is Carla kind of wants to hang it up. She doesn't want to take any more damage. She wants to be there for her son. Pennington, her wife, is fighting later in the card. Their child's there. Tisha's talking about going for a title again. I know I have it for the title. The one thing that's holding me back in this spot here, and it's not really holding me back because I put $1,000 fake dollars on it on Anakin Florian, but I am going to slime her up. Slime ball candidate number 2, Tisha Pennington. I think she's faster on the feet. I think Carla is going to come out and want to wrestle a little bit. Tisha's takedown defense is getting better, but it's not the best. She will get taken down. She works her way to the feet. Her submission defense is very, very good. But her hands, the way she puts hands on you, it's not power, it's just speed. And Carla's defense isn't the best in the world. Last time Carla fought someone with a tremendous speed on the feet was Joanna Jędrzejczyk, who got slept. Not comparing Tisha to Joanna. Joanna had speed and power. Tisha just has speed and lately some real aggression in there. She's losing these close fights, losing these close decisions. She probably was in the camp of her life with her wife. They train in Denver, which is in higher altitude. She's going to be in shape. Carla, again, 1 foot out the door. When you used to say you're announcing your retirement before the fight, that usually was a death sentence. And then Robbie Lawler goes out there and knocks out Nico Price, and everyone's like, Robbie, don't leave. Jose Aldo goes, you know what I mean? So give me Tisha Pennington. I was very, very confident early in the week. Am I as confident now? No. But guess what? I got to stick to my guns, baby. I've already flipped on a few of these fights that we'll get to. Not flipping on this one. Give me Tisha Pennington. Christian, what do you got on the chicks, bruh? The chicks.
I didn't know that Carla said she didn't want to take any more damage. That's why she's going to retire.
Well, she didn't say that. She said, I don't want to be in a wheelchair. I want to be able to play with my kids.
Well, Tisha Pennington's not going to damage. The only person she's ever hurt is Sam Hughes, so she's not going to have to worry about getting hurt or damaged or anything in the fight.
She hurt Sam Page?
Yeah, she hurt Sam Page bad. She finished Sam Page.
Sam Page, bro.
She finished Sam Page.
Respect Sam Page, okay? That's all I'm going to say.
All right. I think I bet against Sam Page every time, so probably about even on her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, Tisha does have elite volume. The thing is, it's just not impactful. Now, Carla doesn't have any punches, and I mean, really one of like the least attractive styles that's possible.
Heavy
I can't get that Yan Xiaonan fight out of my head though. Like, I know that Tisha's a million times better of a grappler, but I think that Carla, if she does get this to the wrestling realm, and Tisha doesn't have great takedown defense, or maybe average takedown defense, but I think Carla is going to go all out on this one. And I don't think she's going to have to worry about getting hurt because, again, like I said, Tisha's only ever hurt your girl Sam Page. So I'll take the former two-time champion at dog money. The better wrestler, better grappler, the stronger fighter, probably will be bigger, even though they're listed at the same. So, yeah, give me all that, everything but the higher volume striker. So give me Carla Esparza.
All right, Timbo, what do you got in the ladies?
Both of you made great points, but
Thank you.
I think Christian made some better points there.
Especially
especially with the dog money at plus 150.
Yeah.
I mean, Esparza is a former champ. As Trend Daddy put it, won it in the most electrifying fight that I've ever seen. It was fucking nonstop action bell to bell. But with that said, she doesn't have to worry about Pennington in the room. And if she just spams takedowns, it's going to look better to the judges. You're not getting many strikes off when someone's grabbing at your crotch for 15 minutes straight. So I like Esparza here, but obviously by decision. It's probably one plus 140 that she wins by decision. But no, give me Esparza. I like her by decision. And is she done? It's so easy for folks to say that, but we'll see.
I think her husband makes some decent money. And I think she kind of, her little son's very cute.
Isn't he?
I don't know. I think he's taking maternity leave now that she can fight one more time. And I think she's just like, I want to be, she might come, she's not the youngest woman in the world. So she might come back maybe later. I hope not. I hope this is, hopefully she goes out and fucking a win, right? Well, maybe not. I hope not, because then I'd lose money. But you know what I mean? Good for her. Two-time champion. She's a Hall of Famer. I mean, she's won the show, became the champion. So two-time champion. But Pennington's been in camp with her wife, and they've both been training for grapplers in elevation. So I'm confident in that. I have a Pennington parlay coming up later for you. All right, next up, Alexander Hernandez, minus 170. This line's a fucking rat. Versus Alex Hubbard, plus 142. Timbo, we're going to kick it to you. Listen, this is a rat line to me. I have no idea why Alex Hernandez is minus 170. If I'm being honest with you, I think the guy absolutely stinks. I think this might be his last shot in the UFC. Austin Hubbard's no one to write home about. A little bit of a dry guy, a little bit of a boring guy. But what's your take on this fight here? Do you think Alex Hernandez deserves the number? Am I wrong? Or are you going Hubsters here, Bob? You going Hubsters?
No, I'm not. Oh, I am going Hubsters. Yeah, I'm not
Hubsters.
Going Alexander Hernandez. This guy had came out was star people for at least his first 2 to 3 fights in the UFC. And then I think he just got completely broken by Cowboy when Cowboy came back and knocked him out. So I don't get this number. Hubbard isn't much to write home about, as you said, but he's got good wrestling. I don't see either of these guys getting to finish. Maybe Hubbard by sub. I kind of like that, but Hernandez has been terrible. He doesn't get hit much, but he also doesn't throw much, especially here as of recently. So, I mean, Hubbard at plus money. This seems like a trap, but fucking trap me up, dog.
They're trying to trap you up. Alex Hernandez has big power. I mean, he came in the UFC and knocked out fucking Beneil Dariush, and then all of a sudden just falls flat. But talked all that good shit against Cowboy and got stomped. He's been in Colorado. He's back home in Texas. He's kind of bounced all over the place. Don't really know what he landed on training wise. He's up at 45. 45 is too much of a weight cut. I went down to 45. I'm gonna go back into 55. Now I'm at 45 again. The guy just can't get it right. He's trying to trying to really do things to save his career. Hubbard is your typical just tough dude. He's gonna lose the first round, But guess what? He's going to come back and he's going to win that second round. He ain't going to go away. And then Hernandez is going to get tired. And then you got Hubster in your face, fucking grinding it out, beating you up. And that's what his best attribute is his heart, his toughness, his cardio. Him out plus money. I feel like I'm stealing it. I'm taking Hubbard here. Christian, you seem like you want to disagree with everything. Give me your thoughts.
20 to 1.
Well, I think we could all admit that Hernandez, the better athlete here, he's got much better raw skills. I mean, you'd probably say he's better at literally every facet of MMA. Just the better fighter overall. The guy is completely untrustworthy. It sounds like we're breaking down Ryan Spann again.
Yeah.
Like,
well, there's a couple Ryan Spann type fighters in this card for sure.
I didn't even realize how similar my notes were on him. Yeah, I mean, we all know who he is. Very unlikable. Austin Hubbard, maybe one of the least electric fighting styles and least electric personalities in the division. Yeah. Just completely, not interesting in really any way. Got a good path to a victory, though, I think, in this one with he's got good cardio. He's got good wrestling. I think it's going to go long. The odds makers think it's going to go long. So I think I got to take, what do you guys keep calling him? Hubbard? Hubster. I want to take Hubsters with you guys. I think that was where those were A-grade breakdowns by both of you.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Austin Hubbard does not have the best personality in the world. He's not going to win any awards. His nickname is Thud. Austin Thud Hubbard. I mean, he's a Gaethje trading partner. Trevor Whitman is kind of trained him a little. Trevor Whitman doesn't take in a ton of guys, but listen, a lot of heart, a lot of toughness. This is a dude that got his fucking leg kicked off in a fight and got like compartment syndrome where they had to cut open his leg and like drain it. If you look that up online, it's disgusting. And the dude went 3 rounds with that. And afterwards was in the elevator, almost collapsed, and his legs was the size of my house. And they're like, yeah, we got to do something about that. Horrible. But yeah, we're on the dog on Hubster. I like that. All right, next up, Ihor Potieria, plus 330 versus Cesar Almeida, minus 425. I'm going to go quick because I do not like Potieria. I'll never like Potieria, what he did to my guy Shogun. And he's also a striker. The beat Almeida, you got to take him down. Almeida claim to fame. He beat Alex Pereira in kickboxing. They're training together for this camp. Glover brought him in. He's a tricky southpaw. He's helping Pereira. They look like they're good buddies on the Contender Series and whatnot. This dude also is working his grappling, and you can take him down, but he works back to his feet. His cardio seems to be pretty good. He's been out in Salt Lake for a couple weeks now with that Pereira camp. And Potieria, again, I just don't think he has the chops to take him down. He hasn't landed one takedown in the UFC. He fancies himself a striker. I think Pereira's going to knock his fucking head off. It's a really long or wide line for a guy like Cesar Almeida, but I'm going to take it. Not going to put in a parlay or anything. I'm going to take him by knockout. Give me Cesar Almeida. He's come down a little bit at minus 375. I had him at minus 425. So, yeah, Christian Costello. Softball's 8:30. Already dressed for it for my first beer cracked. You answered somebody's. Here you go. Yeah. Yep. First beer cracked. Well, it's not really a beer. It's a White Claw. The non-drinker just called you out, but yeah, give me Cesar Almeida. Timbo, what do you got, bub?
Potieria gets in there, fucking goes for it, man.
He got no fucking chin, bro.
He don't, but he can crack, and he can fucking go for it. Which I think will be his downfall. I think he gets too crazy, gets too wild, and a guy like Almeida will catch you doing that. But if you want to do a wild parlay or something like Potieria,
wow,
by first round knockout, because I think that's his only way to get it done. But that probably wouldn't be too crazy. But anyways, yeah, Almeida I think catches him, coming in wild, pretty easily. So yeah, I'll go with Almeida as well.
Christian, please take Potieria. Please take Potieria. Please take Potieria.
Well, Potieria is 8 years the younger and 3 inches the taller, and in these sort of matchups, we usually find that the 8 years younger.
What voice is that?
That's my Yanni voice. I don't really have.
That's Yanni the Greek. What? You sound like Ernest from Ernest Goes to Camp. What?
That was Peggy from King of the Hill.
Yeah.
This is Yanni the Greek here. This is how the fight's gonna break down. So all smart money's coming in on Cesar Almeida, but Potieria is the guy that's gonna really do. That's Yanni the Greek, dude. He's got.
Well, at least At least the
got
chat
that
got
Philly
it.
accent, high
Well,
pitch.
It may have bled into it. Maybe with some Australian accent or something.
Sure.
Too.
You
Well,
tried. I appreciate the effort.
Yeah, oh, I tried my best. So, yeah, I'm a big Ihor fan. I loved when he danced on that dead dinosaur, the bones of Shogun. That guy that fell on a skateboard. What a loser. That was one of my favorite moments of like last year or the year before. That's when I knew that Ihor was here to stay because he brings it. They doing that Valentina dance right on like the Eileen Perez. He should have twerked on him while he was trying to get up. I knew he had something there.
This guy's got fucking, he don't care about nothing.
Timbo said it, though. He does bring the aggression, and that leaves him very, very open. Brazilians hate him. I mean, he's fighting against highly regarded Brazilian striker. The thing is, I don't know if York can take anybody down. Almeida is atrocious on his back. Just terrible. So I think Almeida's going to win. Look, I got to be honest about that. But at this line, and for a fighter I really like that could dance on another 8-year older fighter, give me Potiera. I hope he can pull another one out.
What the fuck do you like about Potiera besides what he did to Shogun, huh?
I like his style. I like how he's wild in there. Likes to get hit. Yeah, he's a fun fighter.
He is fun. Hey, I'm gonna give him that.
I like that huge Jesus piece he has. He just had nothing on his back. Then he came in with that huge Jesus piece the next time. With Jesus like weeping and
Carlos Olberg slept him. That was fun. Bellotto slept him. That was fun. Michel Pereira took his fucking
that fight should have been stopped. In my mind, he knocked Bellotto out.
Yeah, then he got tired and then got fucking slept because the guy ain't got no chin. Fuck that guy. All right, next up, Mahina Rodriguez. Plus 145 versus Yasmin Lucindo, minus 175. A couple ladies here. We're going to go back to Christian to break down the ladies.
Ladies.
This is a cool fight. I know the age. Let me hold on just a second.
Pull up the age, bud. Pull up the age. We don't talk about women's ages on here, but pull up the age.
In matchups with a 15-year age difference.
You're still trying your Yanni, aren't you, Timbo? You got a Yanni? You got a Yanni in the bank?
Nah, I do not.
I don't have a hot take on this one.
I was thinking. Hold on. Sorry to cut you off. I should have. I don't know why I didn't text you this, guys. 3 nights ago, I had a dream that we were all hanging out at like a restaurant, a bar, restaurant, whatever. And all of a sudden, like we're hanging out, and then like you guys just start singing, like just singing, and I can't sing, and I'm like, what the? I want to fit in with the boys. So question is, can either of you guys sing?
No.
I was in a boy band once, but no, I can't sing.
Is that right?
True.
This is true. And I was like probably like 17. It was called 4.0 because we were perfect.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
All of this information. I need to see it. I need to hear it. I need everything, dude. I think
that was the reason we didn't make it. I was what they call the second tenor. I'm not sure what that means, but it means I think I had the second highest voice.
Right. Yeah. Tenor is a type of voice. Yeah.
And I could not hit a note. I used to put my finger on my ear like this and then put my hand like this and go, and like raise it up and down.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, that's not bad.
They're like, that's flat.
Timbo's the baseline baritone. I think I'm probably vibrato. You're going to be the tenor. But we'll move on though. But yeah, who do you like in this ladies fight?
Yeah, like my guy Yanni, when you have a 15-year age difference, even if Lucindo is much less experienced, Marina's fought everybody. I mean, who's the last person she knocked out? Amanda Ribas. Yeah. So, look, she's not that she gets choked out, but she is, when she gets put on her back, she ends up kind of staying there. I think that Lucinda's going to have a huge speed and grappling advantage. I know she doesn't have the experience, but I loved her against Haragi when she first came in. I was like, this girl's got something. Even though
it's Haragi, bro. Haragi.
I didn't listen to Anna Kaforian.
You always correct me. I'm going to correct you because I know.
All right, I appreciate it.
Haragi. Nailed it.
Haragi. Is that right?
I'll let it pass.
Anyway, yeah, give me the younger grappler. I've always been impressed with what I've seen in her. The rate that she's improving. I expect her to be able to do something. If she gets slept or just outcrafted, then I'm completely fine being wrong. I'm not going to bet heavy on it, especially because I don't think she should even really be much of a favorite. But yeah, give me Lucindo.
Nice. Timbo, ladies, what do you got?
Going with Lucindo as well.
Wow.
Rodriguez gets put on her back. She's fucking helpless. And I think that's most likely going to happen. I can almost guarantee that's going to happen. Just how many times? I mean, she doesn't pack power like that. She's more of a volume puncher. So I don't see her, taking Lucindo out of this fight or again, early stoppage. So you go into the scorecards, 2-1, Lucindo, unanimous, gets her down to the ground, controls her, beats her up a little bit. Maybe submission, who knows? But Rodriguez is just too bad off her back for me to take her.
Oh, man, I'm going dog hunting here, boys, with Hernandez. Listen, the competition level is crazy. Yeah, Hernandez is getting taken down, but look who's getting taken down by some bad bitches in there, right? Lucindo lost to Hubbard, who turned out to be kind of a bum. He ain't got no chin. They stood up for 15 minutes. She couldn't hurt Hubbard, right? Lucindo has proven to be a pretty good grappler against Brogan Walker, but when you get her against Hernandez, who, again, takedown offenses, whatever, on the ground, she can work her way to the feet. Great cardio. It's been 5 rounds with Yao Shinan, one of my favorite fights ever, banging it out. Not the biggest power punch in the world, but accurate and super fast. If she uses her footwork correctly, moves around, yes, she'll get taken down, but work to your feet, land damage. The way the judge has been scoring, I like the damage over a couple takedowns aren't going to really do anything. Lucindo is a young, up-and-coming fighter. Rodriguez is a little bit older, been in there with everybody. And I think experience matters here. I think Lucindo has lost her debut against Hubbard, and the UFC kind of gave her some bones up there with some easy competition because she is very marketable. But I think Rodriguez is just gonna be better on the feet everywhere, get back to her feet, and I think she's gonna win a decision. I like Rodriguez, or maybe even a late TKO, but I doubt it. I wrote that down, but now I'm really, really doubting that, so I don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah, I'm opposite you boys. I'm taking the dog. Next up, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson plus 170 versus Joaquin Buckley minus 205. These lines are moving, I know for sure. I love this fight in the sense that Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who's a sneaky 41, by the way. I know he's got a very youthful face, but he's 41 years old, been fighting for a long time. He has not looked really good in his last couple fights, in my opinion. When they put him in there with a striker, he looks phenomenal. Joaquin Buckley used to be a striker. He's more well-rounded now, especially at 170. He goes for takedowns. His last fight against Sultan Rozaboyev, who was a killer in that division, he was like 6'8" for 170, took him down, beat him up. His ground and pound's phenomenal. Trained with Craig Jones and those guys at the B team down in Houston for a while. He was training with the Idaho State Wrestling Champs, or Utah State Wrestling Champs, excuse me, for this training camp as well. He's been out there for a while. I like Buckley here big. I think he's going to wrestle fuck Stephen Thompson. I'm excited because Stephen Thompson said, we're ready for wrestling. We know what he's going to do. Yeah, but didn't you know what Bilal was going to do and you got taken down 6 times? Didn't you know what Gil Burns was going to do? You got taken down 3 times and couldn't get back to your feet. Didn't you know what Shavkat was going to do when you were winning on the feet but got taken down and got taken advantage of? 41's going to catch you, and his game is predicated on speed and timing, and he still might have it, but he could show up there and look every bit of 41. I think Joaquin Buckley, who to me is a little bit chinny, so I don't love putting money on him. I just think he matches up really well in this spot here with his wrestling, with his grappling. And listen, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson's main training partner, all the footage you see of him embedded is Weston Wilson. Okay, I'm not putting a lot of stock in that. Sliming up Joaquin Buckley. Tatum Temple says Buckley's going to gas out in this one. I fucking hope not. Give me Joaquin Buckley, probably by decision. Hopefully it's a fun one. Hopefully Wonderboy can keep it on the feet because I love watching him strike. It's very interesting. It's very unique. What he does shouldn't work, but it fucking does. So give me Joaquin Buckley. Hold on. Christian, fun fact, UFC 307 is the oldest average age card in UFC history. Your boys got the over under 1.5 retirements on Saturday night. Yeah, I'm going to go under. I know Carla is. If Wonderboy looks absolutely dog shit in there, he might hang him up, but I don't think so.
I'll bet you $10 on it. I'll take the over.
You take the over, right? $10.
Yeah, I'll bet you on it. Yep, I like that line.
If Jose Aldo gets knocked out, he might. Julia Pena might as well. She's always leaving. If she loses, she might call it quits. All right, so let's go Timbo here. I took Joaquin Buckley. I slined him up as well. Who do you like, bud?
Oh, if I just looked it up, but if you asked me, I would have said that Wonder Boy has a better reach advantage in this one, but he actually did. Buckley's like
Joaquin Buckley's arms are so fucking long.
He's built for this shit, man, and obviously much younger. He does have to go for takedowns. Like if he doesn't, he's going to get fucked up, and that's Wonder Boy. But that's the thing, like. That's it. If he can get him down, that's a wrap. And I think he can. He's incredibly strong. Wonder Boy is obviously aging. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Buckley here, unfortunately, because I love Wonder Boy. He's a legend, but these matchups aren't going to sit well for him. So yeah, give me Buckley. Probably by decision, but I mean, he could really. His name's already on the map. I mean, he just headlined, a couple months ago. But if he can fucking get Wonder Boy out of there, not that Shavkat just didn't, first round not too long ago, but he's a different breed. But if Buckley can get a finish over him, that'll really escalate him. So yeah, give me Buckley.
Two things right after I kick it to you, Christian. Joaquin Buckley and DC had a little bit of beef because DC, when Buckley won, he called out Conor McGregor's mom a hoe or something like that, and DC called him out, and then Buckley called DC's mom a hoe or something like that, right? So they had a face-to-face, and DC was like, hey, you don't get Daniel, the commentator dude. You talk about my mom, you get Daniel from Lafayette. Like, DC stood his ground, and Joaquin, like, like, kind of like, guy's got a lot of, big mouth, was like, not expecting DC to go at him like that. But it's true. Like, you talk about my mom, I'm fucking coming out your head. I don't give a fuck what my position is. You know what I mean? Secondly, Steve Wonderboy Thompson, one of the embeddeds, has been talking about, and again, every fighter does this, but he's been talking about, hey, Wonderboy by submission, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
Oh, I'd be fucking shocked.
35-1 right now.
Yeah, don't waste your money. Don't even put a pity on it.
Well, about a buck, $1?
No,
I get $35. I pay for my dinner, man.
Don't do
All
it.
right, Christian, what do you got here? I know it's Stephen Wonderboy by submission. I know you got a strong lead on that, bro.
Man, you guys had some tremendous breakdowns there. It's hard to even follow up on that because you guys saying everything.
All right, you don't follow up. We're going to go on to the next one.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. I was a dog on Stephen Thompson. This guy, literally, every time you hear him talk, he's like, well, he said he wasn't gonna shoot a takedown. Right. He said he wasn't. Yeah. I just want to have a fun striking fight. Then go do karate combat. That's where you belong anyways. You fucking stink now.
Jeez.
And Buckley is out there. Look, I don't normally care where they're doing their camps at, but he's down there at B team, like learning how to finish people on the ground. He's not worried about striking. He's out there with the high school or college wrestling team, just out there sniffing crotch, face full of dick every day. And that's when he's going to go into this fight. Like, he's got that beautiful blast double. He looks like he's been a good wrestler, at least at one point. Thompson's not going to be able to stop that. Like, he's much less of an athlete. He's going to be much smaller in there. Give me Buckley all day. I'd like to hit him slimed up. So all day.
Slimed up. Buckley and Timbo, I wrote yours down. You took Buckley, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have you down here as Thompson. I was trying to cheat you, bro. All right, so we're all on Buckley. I think that's a good read. His speed, his power, his athleticism, the blast double, like Christian said, is beautiful. Stephen Thompson's not going to be a fucking world-renowned black belt off his back because that's where he's going to land a submission. He's showing like some triangles and stuff, and you're right. He always does that. He goes, "Oh man, I thought we were going to stand up." And since in Simpsonville, South Carolina, that's what we do. We stand up. My dad said he was going to do karate. It's like, dude, shut up. This is MMA, right? And he probably will end his career in karate combat. But I like Stephen Thompson. He seems like a nice guy. It is a little weird though. He's like this good old Southern Christian boy,
annoying.
41 years old, not married, no kids.
That's what they call. It's what we call gay in the rest.
Yeah, I got a couple friends. I got a couple friends that are 38, own their own home, very successful, who are not married, and I get texts all the time like, "Yo, is so and so gay?" I don't think so. I just saw him. He's trying to get chicks. He just can't. Next up, Roman Dolidze plus 136 versus Kevin Holland minus 162. I'm gonna lead real quick on this one, boys. So I'm gonna spoil Anik and Florian. Kenny Florian put all $2,000 on Roman Dolidze at Dog.
Is that right?
I picked Kevin Holland. I thought Kevin Holland was the better guy on the feet. If they stay on the feet, Kevin Holland's crispy with the striking. He can strike going backwards as well, which is a really good thing. He's also pretty crafty off his back with his striking. Delitze, I think, is when he gets on top, it's just really heavy pressure. He's a big, strong guy. There's not much there after round one. I thought Kevin Holland was the rightful thing. But Kenny Florian, who's not having a great year picking, or he's having an okay year picking, not having a great year betting, when he lays that cheddar on there, it makes your boy think. And then so I listened to a couple other podcasts this week, and I never tail anybody else. It's always my gut, right? But I flipped. I'm going Delitze here. I'm taking Delitze. I am. I think, he's a big boy at 185. He looked great at 205 against Anthony Smith, who's cooked, who's done. But he looked good. He landed 100 significant strikes, which you don't really see from him much. And I like Delitze just being too big for Kevin Holland. On the feet, Kevin Holland's a problem if he can keep it there. But Kevin Holland he's tall, but he's a skinny guy for 185. And Delitze is a bear, right? You know what I mean? So I like Roman Delitze here at the plus money as well. I'm gonna ride Kenny Florian. I'm gonna steal his pick. I'm gonna switch picks. I'm not gonna place. I'm gonna probably place money on it, but not in the Kenny Florian little game. Timbo, I feel like you like Kevin Holland. Like personally, I think that's like your guy. That's your dog. What do you got here?
Yeah, I fuck with him. I think he's fun as shit. And I think, there's I want to say there's an easy blueprint to beat him. And obviously that's wrestling him. Because his striking, he's got hella power. He's skinny, but he's got hella power. And his fucking reach, his arms are like whips. But I've seen Roman gas at sea level. Yeah. That was one of my major points, is that
cardio's not great.
Right. And Kevin Holland is pretty fucking durable, unless he gets submitted. But otherwise, he's pretty fucking durable.
Great chin. He's tough.
Great chin. So I potentially like fucking Kevin Holland by sub over 1.5.
Nice.
Like you said, he's even when he's on his back, he's still throwing pretty fucking violently.
Yeah.
You got to think he's fucking working on his takedown defense. Like he's a very talented, smart dude. He talks a lot of shit, but he makes a lot of sense when he's talking. But obviously that's what he's training for, is to be taken down. So I'm taking that in consideration, and I just think he's the more dangerous fighter of the two. As you said, Roman Delitze, he couldn't finish Anthony Smith.
No.
And he's washed clothes at this point. So
he's only finished people who are no longer in the UFC. Kyle Dawkins was a great win, but no longer in the UFC.
So he's on like a 5-fight win streak.
Yeah, you're taking Kevin Holland?
Yeah, give me Holland. I'm gonna wait though, because it sounds from the chat like this line is moving. So
Well, yeah, Tatum got him at plus 140. Money's coming in on Delitze as an underdog. Pretty much everyone I saw is picking is Delitze. Goddamn, I thought the Matt Moore Brown. Man, you get a lot of people. You get Matt Brown, Drake. God, who else did they say you look like? We got Michael Chiesa in the top right-hand corner.
I think I told y'all about this. So do you remember back in the day, I think in the MySpace days, but maybe Facebook, when the trend at the time was to post someone that you look like?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, mine was Kenny Florian back in the day.
Kenny Florian, wow. Yeah. Kenny gets aggravated. There's like a Peruvian guy, because Kenny's Peruvian American. Peruvian guy with kind of a big nose and dark hair, and he'll get hit like, oh, you look like they all think he looks like Ilir Topuria, and Kenny's like, I get it. Everyone looks like me, right? The Ben Stiller comments, everything. Rich Franklin looks a lot.
Oh, no, that was it. Rich Franklin was actually. I apologize. Yeah.
Rich Franklin looks alive. I've seen Rich in person several times. He looks exactly. I've never met Jim Carrey in person, but goddamn, Rich looks like Jim Carrey. I don't really look like anybody. You know what I mean? There was a guy on my father-in-law who's now passed away. Very funny. He watched American Idol, and there's this country guy on American Idol. He texts me. My wife and I don't watch it. He goes,
"Is his name Jelly Roll?"
No. He goes, you guys watch American Idol? And we're like, no, why? He goes, man, there's a guy on there that looks like Brian. Are they twins or what? And I wish I could remember his name, because he did kind of look like me. Christian, what do you got here, babe?
Yeah, that was a bonehead decision to change your pick. Let a sharp casual break this down for you.
All right.
Here, baby.
That's what you should have waited for. Look, I know that there's this thought that Delitze is going to submit Kevin Holland. The thing is, he is a great grappler, a superior grappler, like a higher level one, but he is so slow. And he's not a good wrestler. I mean, he needs it to get to the ground, like not through his own doing, like that crazy submission he had by Jack Hermanson. That's just a scramble turn into, something he caught. I think he's way too slow to catch Holland moving around. Kevin Holland's always moving. I don't think he's just going to be able to snatch him up and bring him down. I mean, he is strong. If he gets there, he can try, but I think Kevin is being a much better athlete. Much more well-rounded. I think he's going to be able to, he might not be able to get up off his back. I don't think he'll get there, but he's going to be able to get out of clinch situations. I think he can bust him up in the clinch. He's tricky in there. He's going to absolutely piece up Dolidze on the feet. He's going to, so much longer, so much faster, such a better striker. And Dolidze is always game to fight on the feet. He throws that giant slow overhand. I can't even imagine how Holland's going to counter that. And Holland's one of those bony dudes. You ever get hit by that? He's built like Timbo. That shit hurts. That shit hurts when they touch you. So I think just the speed, the athleticism, I think he's going to whoop that ass. So yeah, give me Kevin Holland.
Chris, our trend daddy said I look like Chris Sly from American Idol. And he said but this dude has wild hair. I got to share a picture of,
I was going to pull it up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I don't know, bro.
Oh,
I don't know, man. What are we doing with the hair underneath here, bro? What are we doing?
soul
with the
patch.
That's not the guy I was thinking of from American Idol. It was another country dude. I was searching him the whole time. Christian was looking for doing the Holland breakdown. Actually, didn't even hear what Christian said. Did he pick Kevin Holland?
He did.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to find that country singer because that's the only guy I thought kind of looked like me. I have no idea what his name is. This is fucking 10 years ago, so who knows if he even won or not. All right, next up, Ohio's own, baby, Middletown Midi, baby. Kayla Harrison minus 800. I think she's way higher now versus Caitlin Vier plus 550. We'll kick it right back to Christian now that he's back from getting another brewski. Female fight here. Interesting because I think if Kayla Harrison wins, she lights the world on fire. She becomes a superstar. She's going to call for that title. She'll get it. Already kind of got a great, she works really well on the mic, has a look to her, has the best female judo, or excuse me, the best judo player to ever come into MMA, female or male. Just a phenomenal athlete. Huge line here. Christian, how do you see this? She's taking the upset here? Because Caitlin Vier is no walk in the park, bro.
H.
I-O.
Yeah, it's Kayla Harrison all day. I don't think I've ever watched any PFL except for a card she was on. Not any of it. So that was the only thing that brought me over there. Big, mean, elite, super high level athlete, especially a super high level combat sports athlete.
It's got to be McGee. Yeah, he was the country dude that I'll keep going. I'm gonna find this fucking dude.
Yes, Kayla, she used to just woman handle the 55ers they put her with over in the PFL. I think the only time she ever fought outside the PFL, she elbowed that girl to death. She didn't do it against Holly, but I've always thought she's so alive for that. This line's the way it is for a reason. Kind of like Brian said, she has the chance to be a star. I think she's attractive. I know some people think that, some people don't, but I do. It's Kayla all day. It's meant for, I don't even know why they're doing Juliana Pena and Raquel Pennington. I guess some people because Timbo likes Juliana Pena, I guess. So
he loves her, bro.
But Kayla should be in this. She's better than she's the best woman fighter, and she's the only elite 135 woman that there is. It's Kayla all day. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. I'm not even going to break down Ketlin. She is well rounded and she's big. So
well-rounded and big. Yep. Timbo, what do you got, babe?
Not much. Just Kayla Harrison pretty much dog walks her, I believe. Vier has not been she's been taken down once by Miesha Tate in almost in over 10 fights. But that goes a lot to say with who she's been fighting. So yeah, I'm just not going to touch this betting wise. I don't really think it's worth it because, as Christian said, Kayla Harrison's elbows could come into play. She's going to get her down, so maybe a little ground and pound. Obviously, could get a sub in, and she could obviously just lay on her for 15 minutes and beat her up. So I won't touch this, but yeah, it's Kayla Harrison for sure.
I got something to add betting wise that I meant to say
Bob.
last time. The last fight, if you just bet to end via submission in the lead say Holland, that's plus 550. So that would be how I would. I would just split the difference because I think they could both do it. And
getting this guy out. So the Green Hammer hasn't been as cold as the it won last week, and 2 weeks ago it won, or 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. Hasn't been as cold as a slime ball. But this is, I'm feeling in my bones, boys. Kayla Harrison, phenomenal. I love her. She's gonna win, right? She is. No one's gonna match her judo, her strength, her athleticism, and she hits like a truck. The fact that she has elbows now, because if you go to the ground with somebody, and Kayla Harrison doesn't have the longest arms in the world, they're jacked. It's really hard to kind of break away from wrist control and land some punches. Because in the PFL, you weren't allowed to elbow. Now she is. She can use those really well. She looked good against Holly Holm. Got Holly Holm out of there, who's pretty tough to take down. Caitlin Vier has 92% takedown defense, but she's never fought anybody like Kayla Harrison. I think Kayla Harrison maybe struggle in the first round, trying to get her down. Second round, I think she gets her down. Third round, I think she dominates her, wins a decision. Green Hammer, Kayla Harrison to win by decision, plus 100, baby. Plus 100. Plus money, I like it. Of course, Kayla can finish her. Caitlin is pretty tough and durable in there. She doesn't do anything offensively that worries me for Kayla. There's not a lot of striking in there. Obviously, we've seen Kayla had some off nights in the PFL, at least one off night against Larissa Pacheco, but that was a one-time thing, right? She's a phenomenal athlete, phenomenal fighter. She's confident. She's calling out Henry Cejudo, and I love to see her cut a promo on the mic because you're right. I think people know in here that she's getting the title shot next no matter what. And I am surprised she can make 135. I see a comment here by Lazy Bell. That's what he says. If BK's a bro, he could have a Roy Nelson Chiesa, Matt Brown, and takes for Halloween. I can't grow a beard, bro. I wish I could.
So good.
I can't grow a beard. I want to grow a beard so bad. There's these guys on TikTok there's like a no beard filter. And they're bigger guys, and they look great with their beards. And then they go, and you go to the half side of the screen, there's no beard, and they're like, oh my God, I look horrible. I'm like, dude, I wish I could grow a fucking beard. It's crazy. All right, so we're all in Kayla Harrison. Boop. Green Hammer, her by decision, plus 100 on DraftKings Sportsbook. All right, co-main event, Raquel Pennington, minus 162 versus Juliana Pena, plus 136. Since Timbo is in love with Juliana Pena, we've established that. I'm going to let him go first on this female title fight here. Pena hasn't fought in about 2 years. Last time she fought Amanda
Wait,
Nunes.
you skipped a fight.
What? Oh, shit. I did. My bad. My B. Jose Aldo.
Much better fight.
King of Rio, plus 124 versus Mario, however you say it, Bautista, minus 140. Great fight here. I'll go because I want Timbo to lead first. Christian just led, I think. Whatever, doesn't matter. Give me Bautista. I hate picking against Jose Aldo. He looked great against Jonathan Martinez. Bautista's fought fucking nobody, right? He got knocked out by Trevin Jones, and he's come back and he's beat up some really decent, nobody names, but then look really good against Ricky Simone. But Ricky Simone isn't what we fucking all thought he was. Ricky Simone might be a bum, you know what I mean? But he looked good against Ricky Simone. But he mixes up his takedowns really well with his striking. He's explosive. He likes to do jump knees. His boxing's okay. His kicking game's better than his hands, but he likes to be explosive there, and he likes to mix it up with takedowns. You ain't fucking taking down Jose Aldo, bro. Marab didn't take him down once. This dude's takedown offense is legendary. He is going to force you to stand up. If Jose Aldo is the same Jose Aldo that he's been with the really quick head movement, that quick twitch muscle, the dig into the body, he's going to look fantastic in this fight. But for some reason, my dumb ass can't get on him. I was on Jonathan Martinez. Jose Aldo put a clinic on Jonathan Martinez. Jonathan Martinez was like, I'm a really good leg kicker. And Jose Aldo's like, that's cute. Watch this. And Jose started kicking his legs that fight. I don't know why I'm not on Jose Aldo. I like Bautista here. I like his potential. I think he just has a little bit more youth and explosion where he is going to put Jose in some situations where he's got to defend himself, because you can't overwhelm Jose with some strikes, some power shots. He is hittable. His defense isn't the best in the world. He's a really good counter fighter. He's a really good dig to the body. He likes to box. He turned out a ton of money to come back to the UFC to go box. He boxed Jeremy Stevens to a draw. That's what he wanted to do. I think he boxed a couple other fights as well. But he's primarily hands. But in the Jonathan Martinez fight, he showed some kicking. which is phenomenal. If he comes out there and kicks off Batista's legs, I'm fucking love it. I'll eat it. I'll eat the money. But I just think Batista is going to win a decision here. I think he's just a little too explosive and youthful here. But this goes against my picking earlier when I said experience matters, because who's fucking better than Jose Aldo? Timbo, what do you got? I think you're picking Jose, but I don't know.
Yeah, your breakdown was completely opposite of your actual pick.
Yeah, I know.
You solidified my pick for Aldo with your breakdown and then went against it. So,
that's how good I am, right? I can break down a fight, completely sucking another fighter's dick and go, I'm going to go the opposite way here, but just because. Sorry, go ahead, Timbo.
So Batista to win by decisions plus 150. I'm assuming Aldo is probably plus 180, which I think is beautiful. I think the real bet is the no lose is this fight goes to decision. I don't think either of them have that power. Batista, first, Aldo is very durable for one, and Batista, but doesn't have that power like he used to have. That same explosiveness with those fucking flying crazy knees and his leg kicks that would really cripple his opponents. But yeah, I mean, I think Aldo, with his head movement, Bautista hasn't done anything to prove to me that he's capable of being a legend like Aldo. And Aldo, surprisingly, coming back has looked, just as good as when he left. Fights smart, cardio isn't an issue, takedowns shouldn't be an issue. So yeah, Aldo plus 180. I fucking nailed that. So yeah, Aldo by decision plus 180. That's champ. Yeah, that's why I'm the champion. Hopefully that hits. So y'all tail that.
Tail it. Christian, what do you got here, bub?
Yeah, Brad, I don't know how to grade your breakdown, whether it was an F- or an A+, because I had no idea what was going on after you said you were taking Bautista. I agree with you. Bautista has zero power, won't be able to take Aldo down. If he were to get him down, won't be able to hold him there. He's essentially going to need like a Merab type pressure to beat. I mean, he's much closer to Jonathan Martinez than he is to Merab. They're very similar in fighting style. And Aldo had no problem with him. I do think Bautista is a little bigger threat on the takedowns, but we've seen that Aldo, especially recently, is untakedownable. If it's on the feet, I think the power is going to be just so much in Aldo's advantage. I mean, he's been there. He's seen everything. Bautista's never fought a good fighter before. I mean, he's fought a Worst Ricky Simone, but that was it. I can't believe we haven't said Worst yet with some of these fighters on the card, by the way. Worst. But Jose Aldo, for being allegedly 37, probably 47, is still not worst. Great boxing for MMA. Man, in a kickboxing match that's likely to be, I'll still take the guy with better experience, more power at dog money, who just destroyed a fighter with it's the exact same archetype. So yeah,
he almost finished Martinez. He should have finished Martinez.
He should have finished Martinez. Yeah, and I like the way you said architect, and that's the reason why I have an announcement to make. I am switching my pick.
Oh, is that right?
I'm switching my pick. I did this great breakdown on why you should pick Jose, and I went Batista, and I had no reason why. You guys shit on me. I like dogs. Give me Batista. And Christian said the word archetype. So, yeah, fuck yeah. Give me Jose Aldo. And I'll tell you why I did what I just did. We're moving on. Raquel Pennington versus Joanna Pena. Plus 136 versus Raquel Pennington, the champion, minus 162. So I said this in the Yank and Florian. I'm going to kick it to Timbo right after this. When this fight first got announced, I was all over Pena. I said, Pena she'll be the favorite, but Pena. Lines came out, she wasn't the favorite. I said, oh, shit, okay, now I'm taking dog money. I was all over Pena. I've been really cold this year. On the Yank and Florian, I'm picking 57%, which is right about, I'm usually about 60% on average, so I'm a little below average, but as far as my bets go, I'm losing money left and right. I'm not really winning a lot of events, right? Probably financially the worst year I've had in betting in a long time, right? So what do? I fade myself. I go opposite. I was all over Pena, and I'm going Pennington. And that's how I broke. And I was kind of thinking the same way last time, but you guys are right. There's nothing really I like about Batista. There are things I like about Pennington. I think Julia Pena, 2 years off. She's slow. Her only really true form to win here is to maybe take down Pennington, but Pennington is solid in the takedown defense. She's solid in the submission defense. She's not a flashy fighter. She's very similar to Austin Hubbard. She's not very flashy, but she's tough. She'll put it on you for 5 rounds. Cardio's going to be no problem here. The only problem I have with Pennington, which took me a while to get back to her, I picked against her in her entire title run. I put a lot of money on Maya Brunosura last time out, defending the title, winning the title, whatever she did. It's because she quit on the stool essentially against Amanda Nunes in her title fight. She said, I don't want to go. I'm done. Her corner made her go out. She gets TKO'd. I didn't like that. I thought she broke. I thought that was whatever. She has rebounded really well since then mentally. Now she's married. Now she has a child. She has more to fight for. I like Pennington here. I think Pena is a little bit overrated. I think her takedown game is bland. I think her wrestling is just okay. I think everyone's hyping up the Nunes fight when she won, but Nunes was kicking the dog shit out of her until she gassed. And then the second time they fought, Nunes didn't gas, dropped Pena 3 times. Pena's got great heart, great toughness. She didn't go out to Salt Lake until this week. So she's been training in Chicago, which is a great gym. That's where Bilal's at. That's where Ignacio Hernandez is at. They got a great coach, but I don't like how you're not going out early. So sorry, Timbo. I'm going Pennington, and I'm doing a Pennington parlay. I was heavy on Tisha Torres. Pennington parlay, which has already been placed, is going to be Tisha Pennington plus Raquel Pennington plus 149. I've already bet that as well. Timbo, what do you like?
Pennington, honestly. And yeah, and I do like Juliana Pena. And I think she would be, she's better for the division just because she has that Venezuelan vixen personality and look. However, I think, her win over Amanda Nunes, while it was very impressive, I think that's even made this line closer than what it should be. Pennington should dog her on the feet. Like you said, Pena, I think her only real shot at winning this is to get her down, which she may be able to do. But I think Pennington, can hold her own. Yeah, I mean Pennington by decision. Yeah. I don't really see it being a fun fight, unfortunately. But Pennington by decision. I don't see any cardio issues on Pennington's sides occurring. So, again, better for the division if it's Pena, but give me Pennington for pretty good number at minus 170.
Yeah, I agree. If Pena wins, she's got a great mouth. I love the way she talks. She talks that shit. She's a bad bitch. Her versus Kayla Harrison would be awesome build up, right? That could headline a pay-per-view without being a co-headliner. Pennington, even though she's a great fighter, she's a little boring on the mic, even though her and Pena do not like each other. And they did the press conference while we're recording, so I wonder if they talk some shit on the press conference. I have to watch it after I get done here. Christian, are we getting and new or and still here, bub?
Yeah, I like that point that John Bob made in the comment about the UFC to really stop pushing fighters. It's been very noticeable to me, like how it's like they're trying to do the NFL thing. Well, the NFL pushes Taylor Swift and then the NFL above anything. But I also hate what they're doing.
Well, they also pushed the Falcons. Sorry, I'm going to dog on the Falcons here for a little bit. I went to a Falcons game years ago when they played the Bengals, this is Andy Dalton Bengals, and no one was in the crowd. No one was there. They got a beautiful stadium. And people that were there were wearing AJ Green Georgia shirts, Georgia jerseys. Georgia's more important than the Falcons, and the Falcons get 2 primetime games within 3 weeks. They get a Sunday night game. They're on Thursday night. What the fuck? No one wants to watch the Falcons. Old-ass Kirk Cousins. Go ahead, Christian. Sorry, I had a vent on that. They ain't got
that's why we're having the podcast in the middle of the game. We'll get more views than Thursday Night Football will.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I was hoping Timbo was going to take Pena or you would. Just so I could bring up the fact that she did get a fluke win versus an uninterested and out of shape Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
But, she did win. Other than that, she's coming off one of the worst beatings you've seen in title history, that 50-43 destruction. Before that, she got subbed by GDR, a 50-year-old policewoman kickboxer. And then before that, she beat Nico Montano. Like, that's her resume. It's terrible. F grade. Yeah.
F grade. Christian loves giving grades, man.
Yeah, Pennington, I never thought that she would get as far as she did. But look, she's really rounded out her game very well. And she's kind of peaking right now, just a late career peak. And right now, there's not much for her. Other than Harrison, there's not much for her. I mean, Vier, Pena, I don't know. I don't pay attention to women's 135 a whole lot. What's up, Jeannie?
Jeannie, day one, bub.
Yeah, Jeannie Douglas. So, look, Pennington is mortal lock territory. I think she absolutely Pennington, mortal lock territory. I'm going to wheel her. She's got this all day. Could Pena finish her or something? like in some lucky wild sequence like she does, I guess. But Pennington, I don't think has ever been knocked out, but at least not that I know of. So,
well, it was the TKO over Nunes where she kind of already quit.
Oh yeah,
she didn't get like put out. She just kind of TKO'd it. Yeah,
but I don't know. There's not too much to say about this. I mean, Penny's gonna get stuck against the fence or stuck on bottom or something, and she's tough, so she'll last. But yeah, Pennington's gonna be my mortal lock. I know you guys won't take her, so just announce it right now for the fans out there.
Hang on, you don't get to make those decisions. Just pump your brakes. I love what Lazy Beth said. Best line in the presser was Caitlin said she has 2 black belts, and Kayla said, I have 2 Olympic gold medals and 2 championships and $2 million. That's badass right there. I agree with you. I think Kayla, I'm weirdly attracted. I don't like muscled up ladies typically because I'm insecure and I want to be the big man. But she's fucking jacked, and I find her extremely attractive because she's not ugly by any means, but yeah, she, I'll let her toss me on my head a few times. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, main event. Alex Pereira minus 560 versus Khalil Roundtree Jr. plus 390. We'll go to the champ first for the champ breakdown here for the main event for the title. A lot of people think Roundtree doesn't deserve this shot, but frankly, Ankalaev probably should be the guy, but I don't think Ankalaev was ready or Utah. The guys that own the Utah, there's something going on in Utah where the people that own whoever has all the money in Utah, they're investors with the UFC. So the UFC is promising events in Utah, Salt Lake City, right?
I thought they just straight pay them. They just straight pay them to come there. Like what they do in Perth. It's the same deal. They do, but go to follow Fight Oracle on Twitter. It used to be Front News Brian. He breaks it all down. There's something involved with why they're going to Utah. And basically those guys probably came out and was like, yeah, we don't want Ankalaev. So Roundtree's on a 4 or 5 fight win streak, whatever it is. Did get busted with some kind of steroid stuff. He took full responsibility for it, but whatever. And listen, I have no issue with it. Pereira wants to fucking fight. He wants to fight often. He wants to stay at 205. 205 Sten. If Jamal Hill's not stepping up and if they don't want Ankalaev, give me Khalil, who's going to stand up and bang with this dude. And it's going to fucking be, I think, going to be fun for while it lasts. Timbo, you're the champ. Give us your pick here for the main event here for the 205-pound strap.
Going Pereira by knockout. I love Roundtree's story, but he's not too far removed for some really bad performances. And Pereira's never had any bad performances. He's been caught, but he hasn't been beat up like Roundtree has. So, Roundtree is obviously, when you're talking about 2 explosive, powerful dudes like this, Roundtree absolutely has a shot, and we've seen Pereira get knocked out before. But I don't think this dude's on a fucking heater like none other, and I think he's going in there confident. I think Roundtree probably gets over aggressive, and like many have fallen to that left hook, he gets caught with it. So yeah, give me Pereira. I'll make it short and sweet. I'm not going to second guess myself. Neither should you all. Pereira by knockout.
Smart man.
Probably fucking early, to be honest.
Yeah, round 1 or 2 is what I'm thinking. I played Pereira by knockout, and I got this line the other day just by knockout, not the round. It's minus 330, so that's pretty steep. So I'm gonna have to probably pick a round on that one. Christian, what do you like?
You said minus 330 for a knockout.
just a knockout.
Yeah, I mean, well, how else is gonna win?
Exactly.
Shit.
Right. Yeah. I was a little steeper than I thought. I thought we were gonna get maybe high 180s, maybe minus 200. Because I placed the bet on Anakin Florian, and then when I chased the number, it was fucking 330. I went, Christian, what do you got, bub?
Yeah, I think Roundtree got suspended. It was only like 3 months or whatever because they needed him in time for this fight, and also because he self-reported taking DHEA. I took some of that this morning for gains and for my staff. It doesn't seem to be working because I'm not stronger. And
I don't know. You look fucking jacked to the tits, bro. I
look pretty strong, pretty fucking tough.
Yeah,
all right.
Tough
maybe it is working then. Maybe it is working.
Hey, bro, it's fucking working.
So I tried every which way I could to get to taking Roundtree because I knew you guys would take Alex Pereira in this. And I've never been a believer. And I'm like, oh, you could just take him down. You could just take him down. And I don't want to get into the Stephen Thompson type conversation these guys had about takedowns and fighting. It's so fucking stupid when people do that. It drives me nuts. But I'm sure everybody that's listening to this podcast has already heard it because these are the real fans out there. Not my casual ass, but
these are the true fans, hardcore.
They are. These are the biggest fans in the game.
Go, man.
So yeah, it's kind of like lazy bets. He's gonna do to Khalil Roundtree what I'm gonna do to the softball tonight. He's gonna knock him out. I'm almost sure of it. Again, the line is brutal, so how are you going to play it? I'm not sure. But you could never take a guy that lost to Marcin Prachnio and that has a negative striking differential. You could never pick him to be Alex Pereira. I don't care. No. If you told me you had a reasoning for it, I mean, I could pick a million. I could poke a million holes in that theory. So that's all I have to say. Obviously, I tried my hardest. I tried any way to pick Khalil Roundtree. I looked at every angle, and I couldn't find anything. So it's Alex Pereira all day for me. On to you, Brian.
Yeah, Jeannie made a good point. If you watch the Anthony Smith fight, which I did, Khalil Roundtree did get hit quite a few times in that fight. Very close until he ended the show. Great left hand, great power. The only thing that's not perfect about, minus like obviously grappling and whatnot. The only thing that's not perfect about Alex Pereira striking is maybe his defense. He gets away with a lot because how tall and long he is, but he also has great vision. He knows how to read it, and that's what he's been doing for years. That could obviously get him in trouble if Khalil really sits down and lays one in, but he doesn't have the reach for that. He definitely has the power for it, but he doesn't have the reach or the size for it. Pereira is, you can't kick him because then you're going to hurt your own legs. He'll check your fucking legs off. Khalil sets everything up off his kicks. You're not going to kick Pereira and surprise him. He'll check it, and you're going to fuck up your shin or hurt your foot or whatever. Just ask Izzy. And Pereira's hands is a combination of perfect technique and power, which you don't see a ton in MMA. A lot in boxing, you got Canelo Alvarez, whose technique's flawless, great left hook, but Pereira's left hook is just devastating. And he downloads things like a computer. He watched Vier warm up in the back and realized how he's holding his hands and goes, oh, I can hit him with a head kick. Downloads it and hits him, knocks him out with a head kick. Like, we didn't see that coming. Like, this dude's a different kind of animal. I love how serious he's taking the sport. I love how that he's been in Utah forever. They get acclimated to the fucking altitude there. I wish I had something clever and be like, oh, I got Khalil Roundtree, and then I get to go on Twitter and be like, I told you he'd win. I don't see a world where he wins. Yeah, he can knock out Pereira because he's got big power, but technique, size, experience in the striking realm is all Khalil. And I think if Khalil even wants to mix in a takedown, I don't think it's going to be all that beneficial for him because Pereira, yeah, he's a black belt, but he's working with Kayla Harrison, and he's got, and after he worked with Kayla Harrison, they showed videos of him training in the gym. He's fucking tossing dudes on his head. He dropped a footage of a 4-round sparring session with a potential future heavyweight champion. And Pereira, I know it's just sparring, but Pereira looked fucking phenomenal. Like, this dude is on another level. Maybe we'll go down to one of the greatest combat sports athletes in the world, considering what he's done on both sides of the sport. He's a freak. He's built different. He's dense. He's strong. And if he lands a left hook, see it. I mean, this is Khalil Roundtree, who I thought lost to Dustin Jacoby. This is Khalil Roundtree, who lost the first round to Anthony Smith. This is Khalil Roundtree, who lost to Marcin Prachnio, which fucking lost me a lot of money. Yeah, he looked good. Yeah, and he was going to retire at one point, live in Thailand. He had this whole thing planned, and he seemed really loose this week, and he seems having fun. He's pranking his buddies, which I love. I don't know if he ever thought he'd get a shot coming off the Ultimate Fighter, but here he is, and I'm glad he's getting a shot. Seems like a good dude. But he's going to run into Alex Pereira, and he's going to get knocked out, and Alex Pereira is going to go Shama, and they're going to bring in the next body. All right, here we go. Christian's got softball. Let's go to the locks. Let me get my slime ball real quick. Slime ball parlay. I should have wrote down the fucking number. Get my old trusty book. Here we go. It is Tim Means versus Court McGee over 2.5. Joaquin Buckley and Tisha Pennington plus 267, plus 267. Means McGee over 2.5. Joaquin Buckley, Tisha Pennington, Green Hammers, Kayla Harrison by decision plus 100. I also gave the Pennington parlay, Raquel Pennington, Tisha Pennington plus 149. The old Penningtons, America's fucking superstar couple. All right, Timbo, you're the champ. You get to pick lock, any lock you want first. Mortal, dog, send them. Whatever you got, kid. What's up?
Give me the dog lock with Jose Aldo.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Hopping on the Jose train. All right, Christian, dog lock, brother. What do you got?
I might only have 2. Oh, I have Ehor also. I think I have 3 dogs.
Yeah, you have to take Ehor. You just said his name. You got to take that fucking bum.
Oh, I'll take Austin Hubbard.
God damn.
Wait, what do you call me? What you guys use, guys? What were you calling him?
Hubster. Like the Hulkster, but Hubster.
Hubster.
And sorry, Dogger Pass Podcast. I made that one up. So no one tattle on me. Those guys are great, though. I DM'd them. I'm like, bro, because they're getting hit with messages. John was getting DM'd. John messaged me like, what's going on? I said, dude, let's just address it. These guys are great guys. They say it on the show. I didn't inadvertently steal it from them. I saw it on Twitter, but someone pointed out I probably unsaw it on Twitter because of them. So I DM'd him. I was like, dude, we addressed it in the show. I addressed it on my show. You guys are great. And they're both like, dude, everyone's making a big, we don't care. Like, we love it. Right. Yeah. So those are great guys. So obviously,
I had heard it. I mean, it's something I'd heard before. It wasn't new to me when I heard.
No, right. Yeah. I saw it on Twitter and someone was like, yeah, probably that guy got it from whoever it was. I don't remember who it was. They said that probably guy from Shag or whatever. And Paul Shag's great. He also came up with Frankie Murder for Francis Ngannou. He was the first one to say that. Yeah. And I think he was the first one to say Cousin Umar for Umar Nurmagomedov, which I love. Cousin Umar's my favorite. And then Cody, again, we were chatting in the group chat. Cody Saftik, Emily Whitmire used to fight in the UFC. He coined her Emily Shitmire, so because she was so bad. So that's a pretty good one. All right, so you got dog locked, Thud Hubbard. Man, that you took my dog. So for the record,
Thud Hubster.
Thud Hubster, you took. That was going to be my dog lock as well. Let's just go right off the rip. Court McGee. He's going to run into a fucking knee and get knocked out. My hopes of the title are going to be gone. All right, Christian, you got Send 'em or you got Mortal. You take it. I think I already know what you're going to go, but you take it, bud.
Yeah, I'll go Send 'em in the main event. I'll take Alex Pereira.
That's shocking that you did that. All right, Alex Pereira.
What are you going to take my Mortal now?
That's why I was shocking. I thought you were going to take Pennington. I might
because your dog and your dog and your Send 'em have both
I might have to
now.
fucking steal it from underneath you. Timbo, Send 'em, brother. Who do you got?
My bad. Who did CC take?
He took Alex Pereira, the easy one, the bitch move. He took him as a Send 'em.
I mean, Ehor was my next choice.
Give me. I'm pretty big on this one. Give me Ryan Spann.
Ryan Spann as your Send 'em home. My Send 'em home is easy. I got who I wanted. It's Cesar Almeida. He's sending Ehor Batoya back to the Ukraine, you fucking bum. Send him home. Almeida's going to knock that dude's fucking lights out. Motor lock is on me. I'm going to go Pennington. Tisha Pennington. Pennington. Because, listen, I put $1,000 on it earlier in the week. I've been confident on it this whole time. I can't fucking back away now, even though I'm ice cold. Give me Tisha as my mortal lock. I'm sticking with my guns. Timbo, give us your mortal lock here, bud.
Give me Buckley.
Buckley, that's a great choice. Both our mortal locks are part of the slime ball parlay, just saying. And Christian, I think I know who your mortal lock is. You want to keep it that way?
Yeah, thanks for that shout out, Jeannie. Appreciate that.
And what did Jeannie say? Hold on, let me read what Jeannie said. I got to write this down so I don't forget.
Oh.
Can I just say best of the show for real, genuine takes on the fights. You're watching, I subscribe. What are you doing? Thank you, Jeannie. Man, what's up with the shits?
What's up with them?
What's all the shirt? Oh, the shirts, yeah. So I was like, what's up with the shits? I'm feeling pretty good right now. So the 2K shirts, I have the front done. The logo's done. Still working on the back. The place I get my shirts from, I ordered a sample. They haven't sent it to me yet, but it's not going to be the final product. It'll be in the back. But yes, 2K shirts are coming. I've been a little lazy with that. My apologies. I'll get them done this weekend. But that's it. That's the show. You guys are awesome. I will be sending 2K shirts to quite a few people. You guys are obviously going to get one because you're part of the show. You're part of the family. You're part of everything. You're the reasons why I got here. And yeah, so that's it. That's the show, baby. That was a fun hour and 24 minutes with my boys. I missed this. Timbo and I rocked it last time, but Christian, you're always a fun three-headed monster.
The best. It's
that's right.
Fun.
All right, Christian, have fun at softball. Don't strike out too many times. Timbo, say hi to the fam. I'll see you, boys.
See you, brother.
Chat, you guys are awesome. Let's go, Bob.